Good morning, the subscribers of United Matters channel. I know you guys are really geared up, very excited for that 3-2 win that went ahead, obviously collect at Old Trafford in the night football. It was a Tuesday night football and went ahead to obviously show how good we can be on the day. And it shows you how bright the future of Man United is. Those are some of the factors that people aren't really talking about into this beautiful game of football. But just a single game like this can obviously paint you a picture on what players we have. If at all their mentality gets right, then on what exactly the type of manager we really have at the club of Manchester United in Erik ten Hag, and what the 25% ownership stake means. You know, sometimes you on TikTok, you really watch people do those live streams talking about Man United, and I really found someone coming out and really putting out a very false statement that the 25% announcement has not done or had no impact on the performance of the players of Man United. And I said, God, forgive us because we don't know what we are doing. No way, you can't say that, because players have been in what we call a hard press and a rock. They never knew exactly where they're supposed to be, you know? Do you know what they call being caught up in the wilderness, you know? It's like we're caught up in Kalahari Desert, you know, or Sahara Desert, because you don't know where you're going. Because in deserts, there are no roads that are really demarcated. They're going to go in here for you, you know. You need to be having a person who knows that position to obviously lead you to where you deserve to be. So it was a very huge factor, and these players are really now okay, knowing that we are now working under so and so. They are really anticipating the best, because we are really having new people responsible for football operation. And the Glazers that have gone ahead to run this club for a very long time have gone ahead to obviously been dislodged from the football operations for the club of Manchester United, meaning that the decisions are going to be taken by Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his team of Ineos. Welcome to this channel. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. Today is the 27th of December 2023, and here we come to obviously take us to where you guys deserve to be. And we are here to see to it that everything goes on as planned. And let's get into the player ratings. Andre Onana. Andre Onana. Every shot that came at him and needed to save it, he really did save it. I wonder why people are really criticizing him for the 2 goals that went ahead to score. And these are goals that have gone ahead to obviously go in because of the poor marking, you know. That delivery of a free kick, you know, it was really a training ground free kick. It was trained. That's why you saw to it that Leon Bailey stands behind Andre Onana when the set piece is not yet played into the mixer, you know. Then that confuses the goalkeeper and the defenders. It really triggers your mind to think of what exactly they're really planning to do. So after that, he moves behind the goal from the back of the goalkeeper and then moves into space, meaning that the attention of everyone is going to be shifting to this guy who is really coming and is in an offside position and in trying to play himself offside. You understand? Then that ball is brought into the mixer, and guess what? Oli Watkins fixed it. You know, looks like he had a touch on it, but he never, you know, and it was like was obstructing play. So I don't see the reason as to why they've gone ahead to obviously blame people. But trust me, it was a very good execution by Aston Villa, and you have to give credit where it's due. The goal that I really blame these defenders would have been the second one. The second one, we defended badly. Kobe Menu loses his man, and the man gets a free header. That is it, at the back post. And if at all you've gone ahead to notice, you always need to be having a player marking that back post. That is it. That space needs to be having a player in it, because very many teams use that back post a lot. So I anticipate that we've gone ahead to learn that, and we'll be really willing to offer the best for it. So Andre Onana, 7 out of 10 for me. He never kept a clean sheet, but the distribution was on point. His composure, and with time we'll appreciate the reason as to why Ten Hag went ahead to make this signing. I know he has done very many mistakes. He has costed us a lot this season, but every player that has come in at Man United and hasn't been part of this culture struggles, especially as a goalkeeper. The goalkeeping department of Man United is really very, very, very hard to really come in through and hit the ground running. Other goalkeepers are going to hate to come in through, and they're going to hate to see to it that they face a trough. 7 out of 10 for me for Andre Onana. We go to the right back, Wan-Bissaka. This guy was sublime. He was sublime and flawless into that right back position. He closed down every winger that was really thrown at him. Jack Bramsey was the first one to be thrown there. Then I think they tried Leon Bailey that side. They tried Zaniolo. They tried Moussa Diaby, because this man was really trying to play with roving wingers. You know, these attacking wingers used to really switch play. You know, they switch play to the right, to the left, so to either obviously keep the fullbacks of United busy. But Bissaka went ahead, obviously put in a very good shift. The interceptions in the middle of the park and the way he surged in the final third. And the problem is they lacked communication, right? He lacked communication with Garnacho, because I think it's like the first or second time they're going to have to play together, meaning that if communication continues to really build up in between these two, then we'll see to it that things go on as planned. That is none other than Bissaka. And for me, I give Bissaka a superb 8 out of 10. He was really solid. You know, he made some good interceptions. You know, he really had a lot to do with the ball, and it shows you how good this manager is and where we are heading as a team of Manchester United. So we go to the left back. That is none other than Diego Dalot. Diego Dalot, I pity everyone who hasn't gone ahead to understand what Diego Dalot brings to that team. People are calling in for performances that we should be having a guy who balances the two. If there is a left back or a right back who balances the two that we are having, Dalot is one of them. That's why you saw to it that even when you're playing against Liverpool and they had Luis Diaz, and the manager never went in for a defensive player in Wan-Bissaka. He went in for Diego Dalot because he knows exactly what Diego Dalot puts on the field of play, and he really had a very beautiful display, apart from the stupid yellow card that Mike Oliver went ahead to issue him. But yesterday he did lots of things right. But one thing people need to note is he lessly played as an overlapping left back. He inverted so much in the midfield to an extent that at a certain point, you saw to it that he was really playing into the inverted midfield. And why was he playing the inverted midfield? You saw it against Liverpool. He's a press-resistant player, and Erik ten Hag knows how good he is on the ball, and he receives the ball in the half-turn and really finds a penetrative pass. If he decides to obviously go or make a run through the central axis of the midfield, we can, and ten Hag wants to utilize those qualities and abilities of this player. So I saw him inverting a lot into the midfield. That was really very good, and you rarely saw him really playing as an overlapping as an overlapping fullback, and it's that Marcus Rashford used to surge that area alone, meaning that what United plan was simple: let's suffocate the midfield and get in more press-resistant players to knock that ball around in the midfield. Let's attract their attention into the middle of the park to create space for Rashford and Garnacho to operate. That was the plan, and it went ahead to work out well. So 8.5 out of 10 for Dalot. We go to the central defense. Rafael Varane, guys, he needs no further explanation. Closing down a player that's going to hit to score very many goals in the Premier League. I think he has 11 goals and 6 assists. You know, that he's and 5 assists. That is none other than Oli Watkins. Do you remember that even Oli Watkins played that game? You know, he was never a threat onto the team of Man United at Old Trafford. That was the brilliancy of Rafael Varane, and his command in that central defense is really very important. That's why I told you that we missed him out in the game of West Ham, and I'm giving him a superb 8.5 out of 10. We go to John Evans. Guys, we would have gone to criticize this transfer when it was being made at the beginning of the season, so at the beginning of the summer transfer window. But trust me, he has gone ahead to serve or do us a very good job in the absence of Harry Maguire, Lindelof, and Lisandro Martinez. You get? We have to give credit where it's due. He played well against Liverpool, against West Ham. None of the goals were to be put on his name. Even yesterday, the second goal, they would have gone ahead to defend it better, but it was a collective fault from the entire team. That is it. John Evans, I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. We go to the midfield. Kobbie Mainoo. You can call him Mainoo, Kobbie Mainoo. You know, that's how the English really call him, Mainoo. Guys, when I look at Kobbie Mainoo, I will get to know that our future is bright. You saw Hannibal coming on through. You saw Dango come on through. Garnacho. Our future is bright. Very, very bright. And this is why I always tell you, I don't want to see this manager sacked, because he's building something that is going to take us to very many years of dominating the world football. That is it. So, Kobbie Mainoo, he did a lot. That if I'm to talk about it, it might really reach the evening. But all I can tell you is, that's what you need. A player who is really press resistant and get that ball and knock it around very well to obviously give you control in that midfield. You know, alongside Eriksen, they can exchange passes and you can obviously find a way of really killing off the game. That is Kobbie Mainoo for you. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. That is it. 9 out of 10 for me. Very fantastic, very great, and all was really great for him. Then we go to Eriksen. Guys, Mr. Experience came in through, and I told you that a player like Kobbie Mainoo needs an experienced person to play alongside him, because that experienced person will always give him that confidence and allowance to operate. And players like Eriksen, who were allowed to express themselves at that age with the ball, will tell him, please, feel free, do whatever you want, provided you don't lose that ball, right? And when they continue to read each other's runs well, like a book, I think a lot will happen in between them. That is it. And I'm giving Eriksen an 8.5 out of 10. Bruno Fernandes, involved in every goal that we scored yesterday. If at all you know, he presses well at all past the, I think around the center arc. In the half of Aston Villa. Releases Marcus Rashford. Rashford goes in for a square to Garnacho. Garnacho makes it count. The second goal, he's the man who brings in a cross, and it's really played to the vicinity of Garnacho. Garnacho hits in the back of the net. The third goal, it was a corner. He delivers it very well, and Hojlund puts it in the back of the net, right? So, a player that's going to have to get involved in 3 goals, it will be very, very bad of him, very bad of me not to give him a 9 out of 10, because he's almost the reason as to why I went ahead to win that game. 9 out of 10 for me for Bruno Fernandes. And one thing I loved about him yesterday was he never went in for unnecessary shots. All the shots he really went up for were really on target and were really good. He kept himself in the game, and he's really doing wonders. 9 out of 10. We go to Alejandro Garnacho. I repeat this name. Alejandro Garnacho. Guys, people who will come and watch Garnacho 3-4 years from now won't really have this history with them like on real time. But we are really lucky to live in the era of Alejandro Garnacho. By the way, this is what people said about Ronaldo and Messi, but people thought that some people were just so much in love with these players. But the fact is, you need to obviously know exactly what this is all about. The next big thing when it comes to the game of football is Alejandro Garnacho. He has been played off the left, attacking to the midfield. He's going to hit to miss out very many chances. But this time round, you saw that on the right, he killed off chances. So maybe Ten Hag realized something with his team that they need to obviously change the position of this guy. And he has shown us that on the right, he's really deadly. It's 2 goals. He would have gone ahead to score a hat-trick. But all in all, he really scored those 2 goals. Are going to give him a very good boost. And it's a very good season for him. And he has a lot to do. Consistency is all what we demand from him. coming against Nottingham Forest, do the same thing, hit them, and you'll see the best of yourself really thriving and winning. I'm giving Garnacho a 9.5 out of 10 on the day. We go to Marcus Rashford. He played his best game of the season so far. And the energy was right. The mindset was right. You know, apart from that shot that he really mishits towards the end of the first half, I think we went ahead to get everything right. Looks like his confidence is back, running to the byline very well, and everything is really working in his favor. That is Marcus Rashford, and he gets a 9 out of 10 for me with an assist yesterday. Really great. Rasmus Hojlund coming in through with a goal, and amidst them not getting him very many chances and selfishness coming in from Garnacho, that we're going to release him to score a goal, he gets the goal. That's the most important bit of it all. You need that goal. Having gone ahead to play 1,000 minutes plus without scoring, you need that goal badly. And Rasmus Hojlund gets, for me, scoring the winner. He gets a 9 out of 10 because he really scored the winner. Now, we go to the substitutes. Anthony, 7.5 out of 10. Kambuala, 7 out of 10. We go to Hannibal. To me, he was the most exciting substitute that we brought on. He really showed us what he's made of. You know, he's this player who is really talented, but he also has that physicality, you know, and that energetic play. You know, he's like a bully naturally. He wants to bully players, and he saw to it that he really went ahead to win us very many free kicks, and hence we really had some time to waste time to see to it that we really cool down the pressure, because Aston Villa has quality players that can, in a blink of an eye, really level that game. So, Hannibal, 8 out of 10 for me. Dango, 7.5 out of 10 for me. I think those are the substitutes that Erik ten Hag went ahead to bring on, and we go to the manager himself, 8 out of 10 because of really dropping Scott McTominay. Or even Scott McTominay came on through. Scott McTominay, 7 out of 10, you know. So, Erik ten Hag, 8 out of 10 for me. Credit for really getting off Scott McTominay in the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United. That is it. My man of the match is Alejandro Garnacho. That is it. So guys, your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below. Those have been my player ratings. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. We out.